listening to the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show on the Big Talker, 1250 WTMA and WTMA.com.
Welcome back, Charleston, to the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show here on the Big Talker, 1250 WTMA. You know, I always like to take a little bit of time and just say thank you to those of you that listen to this program and rely on the information within it to help shape your knowledge, your education of the real estate market and the real estate process. And if that's something that I can help you with privately and, of course, professionally, help you buy, sell, or invest in real estate, come up with a plan to do so, I'd love to talk with you off air. That's what my team and I do, and we're pretty darn good at it, if I do say so myself. We'd love the opportunity to earn your business. I can be reached at 843-345-1273. Again, that's 843-345-1273. That's my cell phone number. Call or text that number. Or, of course, go to my website, listingsincharleston.com. That's listingsincharleston.com. And we'd love to help you in any way that we can, whether it be helping you buy, sell, or invest in real estate, maybe just answering some general knowledge real estate questions, putting you in touch with a good contractor, or whatever the case might be. Anything housing related, we're here to help. Listingsincharleston.com and 843-345-1273. So I want to talk about something really, really important. One of the more important segments that I will have done on this program, because a lot of what I talk about is educational in nature. I want to help you guys better understand the process of buying, selling, and investing in real estate. I want you to understand the real estate agent's process, how we approach things, what's actually going on in this market, what expectations you should have of the process, the questions you should be asking so that you're never taken advantage of. And what I'm talking about right now has been designed to take advantage of you. And I'm going to say some things that are pretty darn bold, but these are things you have to know, in my opinion. There's an emerging trend in our market, and it's been happening for a while now, but it's called an iBuyer market. So home buying startups that offer a quick sale online are fueling a huge stream of investors into the single family rental market. And so there are these startup companies like Open Door and OfferPad, which are these so-called iBuyer programs that essentially use technology to very quickly buy and then resell homes. They are increasingly snapping up and flipping these homes to companies like companies called Invitation Homes. You're not going to have heard of these companies, but they buy up these properties from these iBuyer programs, and then they convert them into rental properties. And I'm telling you this because this story is going to end with me talking about how your trusted neighborhood real estate website, Zillow, has positioned themselves to become an industry titan. And this time, it's at your expense. And there are some things that you really need to know about this. And this is frankly a segment for real estate agents as well, because we need to be becoming better at what we do so that we can show and prove to sellers that there's no need to go down this path. There's no need to get caught in this sales funnel and potentially sell your home to a group of ready, willing, and able buyers that are backed by private equity firms on Wall Street for 20 to 25% off of fair market value. So this trend that I'm talking about is just showing how the lines between these iBuyer programs and institutional single-family rental investors are beginning to blur. And these big rental giants are either funding iBuyer programs or they're launching their own. And again, they're backed by private equity firms. Open Door and OfferPad are linked to three main purchasers of these properties once they are purchased, quote unquote, through these iBuyer programs. I mean, these are the purchasers. And then so like First Key Homes and Blackstone and Tricon, I mean, collectively they own close to 150,000 rental properties. And so this trend suggests a future where iBuyer programs really kind of serve as the the vacuum cleaner for these huge rental investors, which helps these Wall Street titans that back those investors expand their footprint into the housing market. There's a guy named Gary Beasley. He's the CEO of Roofstock. And Roofstock, which you've probably never heard of, is an online marketplace, very similar to something like Zillow, but it allows investors to go and buy and sell tenant-occupied single-family rentals. And he's this guy, Gary, said that, if you find a reasonably priced rental home today, there's almost limitless demand for it. So we have to get creative about how to attract this inventory. And if it isn't available, we need to create it. So the reason why this is important is because on one hand, the concern is that, Wall Street can theoretically sway the direction of a local real estate market if they own enough real estate within it. If I own a bunch of properties in one town and there are very few rentals available, there's no law that says I have to offer a certain percentage of my rentals to prospective tenants. I mean, that's what makes capitalism so awesome. I mean, I could theoretically artificially shorten supply and ask more in rent and control price increases and have more control over the performance of my investment. And that's just one example. But the real reason I bring this up isn't so you understand why they're doing it, why these iBuyer programs are doing it, and what their end goal is. That's not the exciting portion of this story for a listenership. The exciting story is that these iBuyer programs are convincing homeowners to sell their homes for considerably less than fair market value, 20 to 25% below fair market value in some of these instances. And they're only buying very specific kinds of homes, ones that will be easily rented out. And what they're not telling you really is that, hey, send in your offer, we'll consider it. But more than likely, you're just being entered into a sales funnel and you're going to be bombarded by listing agents that now want your listing because they have sold your information to real estate agents that are paying for it. And so here you are, you think that you're interacting with Zillow privately, and they say, I'm sorry, but your home isn't eligible. And then the next thing you know, you're getting calls from 2, 3, 4 real estate agents that want to list your house. And maybe that's your end goal, but the whole point is the deception that I want to talk about. And so I want to talk about that in detail when we come back. This is the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show. You don't want to miss this right here on the Big Talker, 1250 WTMA. And if you want to reach out to me, 843-345-1273, 345-1273, or go to listingsincharleston.com. That's listingsincharleston.com. We'll be right back.
More stimulating talk on real estate matters with Brian Beatty next on 1250 WTMA.